Well, John, we're at the international break. You sort of look at the first group of games. How have you found it? It's been tough because of the results, obviously, in terms of the way they've shaped us.
Yeah, it's been a great test. Some unfortunate games in there, but I think we showed we can go toe to toe with the best, and showed everyone that we're capable of making something happen in this league.
Yeah, you look at the Derby game, for example, as the first obviously win of the season, and that feeling of scoring so late. It must have been, to get the win, it must have been a wonderful feeling to go into that dressing room afterwards.
Yeah, that was that winning feeling, that winning mentality, taking it into the next game, and then, we get kick in the teeth the next game. So it was like, as much as we was enjoying the high, we quickly come back down to reality. With the low of obviously conceding 2 late goals against Cardiff, and then we've gone into the Preston game still full of confidence, and it just didn't work up there for us that day.
Yeah, when you look at the Cardiff game, that was an excellent performance for probably 85 minutes, 80 minutes of that game. Is that the level you need to make sure the team get to throughout the season?
Yeah, 100%. It's a game of 90 plus minutes, and we switched off for the probably last 7-8 minutes of the game, which is obviously vital because we definitely deserved 3 points in that game. But to have another point on the board is good for us. International break now. Time for me personally to get a bit fitter. Sort of a few little problems out and get going.
Yeah, because we spoke during the summer, and you were working so hard during the summer to get fit from the calf injury you had at the back end of last season. Because I don't think people realise that Lincoln game, which is going to be unforgettable for every Posh fan. You actually were injured from the start, weren't you?
Yeah, from the start of that game I had a grade 3 tear in my calf. So I couldn't move. It was literally just do as best as I can. And the fastest I moved in that game is when I scored the penalty. And I was running about, realising not what type of injury I had. Then into the off-season, had the scan and found out how long it was actually be. It was a 12-week injury, so enjoying my summer, it was straight back in here for work.
When you look back at that Lincoln game, then did the gaffer sort of say to you, "Can you play?" or was it a case of you saying, "I'm playing"?
It was more of a case of, this is it. Like, no matter what happens after this game, I knew I was injured. I feel like everybody knew I was injured. So if we get promoted that day, it's then go and sort yourself out, and. That's what it was. We spoke to the physio, spoke to the boss, and it was no question of a doubt. If I was okay to play, then the boss would have played me.
And obviously, as you say, you worked so hard during the summer. To get yourself ready for the first game of the season. I think you played 45 minutes an hour in pre-season. So to actually be available for selection for the opening day, I know you weren't nowhere near fully fit, but to put yourself in the contention for that must have been quite impressive, really. Yeah,
listen, it's that mentality that I've got. If it's a little bit of pain, I can crack on and just get to it. So obviously, like I said, now international break, I've got time where I can, get a bit quicker, get a bit stronger, get a bit fitter. So international break for me personally has come at a perfect time. Going back on the 4 games that I've played, which if I was probably in any other club, they'd probably say you're not fit, but it's the mentality that I have as a player. Yeah. And what I do for my team as well. Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? You're one of those that'll put your hand in the air. You might have 7 or 8 things that are annoying you, but at the end of the day, you're a footballer and you want to play football. And some people are not like that.
I just want to work as hard as I can and win as much football games as I can. The adrenaline in the game completely changes when you whistle. You kind of forget about, little niggles that you have or whatever. You forget until, full time's done, and all of a sudden you feel this, that, and it all comes back together. But hopefully I'll be ready for the next game. Sheffield away, it's a good 10-9 days away, so we're working up to that date.
Yeah. How have you found it actually in the Championship? Because there's been big centre halves. You like the battle, don't you? You haven't looked out of place in any way, shape or form. Probably not had any real chances other than the one probably in the last minute at Preston, which you were on the stretch for anyway. So you must look back and think, well, I've done a pretty good job there.
Yeah, I feel like that, but I have not scored a goal, so I see it completely different. I've said this all last year, and I'm going to keep saying it this year. It's points over over goals. So hopefully when I get my first one, they all start coming, because I was in the same situation last year. I didn't think I didn't score for the first month of August at the start of League One. So hopefully that's out the way now and I can get to scoring now.